Welcome NFW fans to another moment with Maverick. 2023 was another exciting year in the NFW world, but nobody was more impactful than my next guest tonight. So please welcome our guest, Max Gainz. Max, thank you for joining us today.
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure.
Wow, I mentioned it just briefly in the intro there, but 2023, what a year for you. I mean, you've done so much in such a small amount of time. It was your first kind of full year at NFW. What was the highlight?
Oh, so many good moments, honestly. 2023, I could not be happier with the way it went. I think the moment of the year was beating Judas Sexton for the Academy. I hated the way he went around the Academy thinking he was this big guy when he finally met the big guy.
Well, on that, I mean, you were kind of defending the honour of your former coach. And that's kind of come back to bite you. So we'll talk about Richy D-Light, if that's okay for a moment.
Oh, really?
Well,
really?
It was a big end of last year, you versus Richy. In the build-up to that, why do you think he was attacking you?
I honestly, I'm not too sure. It's been going through my head for weeks now. Just trying to figure out who he was at first with the mask and everything. But when he finally took it off and I watched it back, I'm thinking, why? And I had to go back on previous shows, my debut show in 2022 actually. I had to go through it and I remembered he eliminated me from the Rumble. And I'm thinking, did this all start from there? Did he realise that the crowds loved me more than him and he's a hometown hero apparently? I think I got underneath his skin. Well,
possibly. I mean, it was quite a fierce rivalry. It was a really intense match, which you got the better of. Is that done now? Is that finished? Or is there still more to go between you and Richy?
I'm done with Richy. I don't really want to see his face again. I'm ready. I'm not gonna lie. I'm ready for him to try and come out and try something again. But I don't think he will. I don't think he's got the nerve.
Right. Well, new year. Okay, 2024. Already starting off with a bang. Moment with Maverick, going to be the highlight of the year, I'm sure.
Absolutely, I love it, love it.
Other highlights are you looking forward to in this year?
Oh, 2024, oh God. Honestly, like I said, 2023 was amazing. I didn't expect to rise as far as I did in NFW and actually just around the country. I did other things as well, but in NFW, it was amazing to have the matches I did. In 2024, I mean, I've got to go for a title, haven't I?
So what's the big one for you? I mean, the tag titles are out there. Is there anyone you'd be particularly interested in tagging with?
Tag titles I respect. There's been some great superstars to hold them. I don't have a partner at this time. I think I could win them on my own. I mean, look at me. But I want to go to the top. My ambitions go straight to the top.
Well, speaking of which, you've already mentioned somebody you beat in 2023 who's currently holding that title. Do you think Judas Sexton might be in your kind of crosshairs?
Absolutely. Judas has been dodging me. I know he's been booked against Damien. He's been against now the tag champions, but I feel like he's dodging me. Every time I call him out, someone else comes out instead. He doesn't like to answer me. He's in my future for sure.
So we were talking about your matches this year with Richy D-Light, with Judas Sexton. But is there anyone in the NFW roster that you're thinking, right, that'd be a dream match for me. I can't wait to have that match.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. As I said before, I want to go to the top. So I want that title. But also, I want to beat the best. I know Damien was the best. And Roth was the best. 2 previous champions. Yeah, I would definitely love a match against both of them at the same time or singles, whatever.
Definitely going the hard way to get that title.
Absolutely. You've got to earn it. You've got to earn it.
So you're sitting here next year, 2025. Hey, are you sitting there with gold around your waist?
Well, like in the gym, I always try to raise my bar. And by 2025, I'm going to get there. I'm going to raise it even more. I want the title. I also want the streak of being undefeated. And I just want to keep going. I want, when people look at NFW, I want them to think of Max Gainz.
Well, I think you're already well on your way to achieving that. I mean, undefeated thus far, completely wiped away the opposition this year, defeated the current world champion. I think the world is your oyster. Max, thank you for joining us today.
Been a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another moment with Maverick. And if you want to see the Gain train roll on, join us on March 2nd for our next NFW show.